Welcome back, and it's Good Morning Nigeria. Let's now turn our attention to two game-changing transport projects that promise to reshape how we all move around the vibrant, sometimes chaotic, of course, city of Lagos, always very energetic. And we have joining us from Lagos to shed more light on how these projects will transform commuting, engineer Mrs. Abimbola Akinajo, who is the managing director of Lamata. Engineer Akinajo, thank you for joining us.
For having me.
All right. So we're talking about two major transport initiatives. Please, could you share more light on this with us?
So thank you. The two major transport initiatives that we're embarking upon in Lagos are the quality bus corridors as well as the major transport interchanges. These are implementation of projects that have actually been identified within the Strategic Transport Master Plan. Within the Strategic Transport Master Plan that Lagos implements out of, we have identified transport interchanges that will help ensure easy transition from one mode to the other. So the interchange will encompass various modes and make it easy for commuters to be able to transfer from one to the other. The other one is the quality bus corridors. These are bus corridors that will really and truly feed major BRT routes. These are routes that will be public transport friendly, implemented to ensure that all infrastructure to support public transport exists along those routes. Also, it has been identified within our systems that we need a minimum of 13 of them within Lagos, and these are the first 4 that are being implemented as we speak today.
Many thanks, Mrs. Akinajo, for your opening comments about this initiative. But speak about the routes that you have talked about. That all of this would be implemented.
We have 4 major routes that we're looking at. We're looking at Yanoiba to Igondo. Now, for us, it is to understand that those routes are not independent and just standing on their own. What Lagos is trying to do and quietly implementing is connectivity within its transport system. So there is the Igondo to Yanoiba. That will connect with the blue line that already exists in Lagos and is functional. There is Sele all the way to Ojo-Elegba. That will connect with the BRT that exists in Lagos. There is the one that goes from Ketu Alakpere to Mile 12. That also connects with the BRT that exists within Lagos. So for us, the vision of the system is to ensure connectivity from a public transport perspective. What that does is it makes public transport easier for people to ensure that they have the choice from beginning of their journey to the end of their journey, because connectivity is what ensures that I can start and finish with public transport and know that there is access for me. So those routes not only exist in its entirety because you can use them from origin to destination, but the more important thing is that they connect you with various other existing public transport systems in Lagos and other public transport modes. So for Mile 2, for instance, the Igondo, you can get the infrastructure for the interchange. The marina and Mile 2 has every mode of transportation within it. So it has water, it has road, and it has rail. So if you get to Mile 2, you can change using the ferry, you can change using rail, and you can use any of the other bus systems that exist.
Lagos, you would have experienced some challenges in all of this, putting all of this together. And speak about how you have, tried to solve some of those challenges. And how do you intend to get Lagosians aware of all of this? I mean, information is key. If you do not know, then, of course, you cannot take part in some of the benefits of this initiative.
Thank you very much. So what we're doing here today is making people aware. So we're here to inform the people. We have done a lot of advocacy, in fairness, along the routes that we're doing the work. Part of the project in itself is advocacy, ensuring that people understand what we're doing. We've gone to the areas, we've had stakeholder engagements with people who will be affected. We've put out information to various public systems through various social media platforms. Lamata has it completely emboldened upon all of its social media handles, what we're doing. We put out a lot of information. We're here doing exactly the same thing, and ensuring that people know what we're doing, as you say rightly, ensures that they are able to participate, partake, and then utilize once it is completed. The major challenge, as you have said when we started this program, is that Lagos is a congested city, and when we're trying to implement infrastructure in a city that's congested, we need to try to ensure that we keep people moving. So the traffic management is a big aspect of that, aside from advocacy, ensuring that we do not impact too negatively on the day-to-day travel of people of Lagos as they go about their business and we go about our business of implementing infrastructure.
You know, when you mentioned Ketu Alakpere, it takes me back to my days in Lagos. And I don't know what Lagos is now, but I must say that what I hear in terms of commuting, Lamata is doing a good work. But in terms of these two initiatives, I'm just wondering, beyond the connectivity and maybe aesthetics, for instance, what do you hope to achieve?
So what we want, what Lagos is pushing, is this vision of an integrated intermodal transport system. Now, when we have a system like that, everybody in Lagos will make public transport a first choice. Accessibility for public transport is key. Predictability of public transport is key. The ability to know that when I get to a bus stop, I'll find a bus and it will take me thus far, and I can change and get onto another system, another mode, or another bus. The ability to give that kind of information to the people is key to delivering service. So we want to be able to have service that is first class and will be first choice for the people. It will reduce congestion, because when everybody in Lagos knows that I can use public transport, then the desire to take my car out and only carry 2 people in it will not be my first choice. I will be willing to get on a train, I'll be willing to get on a bus, I'll be willing to get on a ferry that will take me where I'm going, with the knowledge that I can predict my journey, I can travel safely, and I can be doing that in record time, because congestion is one of the things we're trying to reduce. And also emissions. Everybody's talking about environment today. The ability to reduce congestion says that we're reducing harmful emissions into our environment. So that also translates to health. But beyond that, there's also accessibility to business, to school, to hospital. The business itself of transportation employs a lot of people, so there will be job creation. So there's a whole gamut of positive things that these infrastructure will bring to Lagos. And the one thing everybody knows, that the economic drive of any city lies in its mobility, the ability to move people. So that in itself will say that we will look at developing the economy of Lagos by ensuring mobility is seamless and easy for the people of Lagos.
Fantastic, Mrs. Akinaja. As we begin to round up the conversation now, you talked about, positive things. Tell us, at the completed QBC stations and interchange hubs, what are the features, Lagosians are likely going to experience, using them? Would there be free Wi-Fi? I mean, just speak about some of the innovation you're bringing on board that will make it different from the normal or the usual public transport that Lagosians are used to.
So one of the things, the basic thing here is that we want to promote public transport. So one of the major things that we want to provide is the ability for a traffic management system that actually recognizes the buses. And as the buses come up to a traffic light, for instance, that traffic light responds to the fact that there is a bus or the number of buses waiting, and it will give priority. What that does is ensure that the public transport will actually get to its destination quickly. There is also the provision of intelligent transport systems that allow us in Lamata to be able to manage and monitor the public transport that exists in Lagos. So we can see how the driver is driving, we can see how safely he's driving, we can see that he's going along its routes and he's not driving too quickly. Those things exist for us to be able to monitor the system. And the bus drivers themselves will know that they are being monitored. Beyond that, there's safety for the people because it will have all of the CCTV and all of that. But you said something just now about Wi-Fi. We already have Wi-Fi in a number of our public transport hubs, and it's something that will continue with the implementation of these two. But then, you said apart from aesthetics, we can't take that away from us. A number of the two interchanges that we have, the Marina interchange, for instance, will be a beautiful sight because you can sit, you can just sit in front of the Marina and watch. But beyond that, we're also promoting non-motorized public transport system, i.e. non-motorized transport system that allows you to walk from your community. So if I'm looking at the Marina, for instance, all of the conurbation within Lagos Island, we're creating walkways and cycle paths. We're encouraging people to walk, we're encouraging people to cycle to major transport hubs. So it is not just that you're using a car, you're using the bus, or you're using a train or the ferry. You can also walk and you can enjoy that experience because we will create those paths that will make it possible for you to do that.
Question, and it's just about safety. I know in other developed countries where you have this kind of bus corridors, the people feel safe. You talked about Ketu Alakbere Mile 2. These are areas that are prone to I don't want to use the name, but what are the safety measures that you are putting in place in these areas?
It's about the ability to understand what's going on and then the ability for the people to know what you're doing. So the advocacy helps us, engagement helps us, but beyond that, technology helps us. We're able to see what's going on. We have a control system within Lamata. Lagos State is developing a smart city system that encompasses all stakeholders. So the police can see, the enforcers can see, us transport providers can see, even the operators can see what is going on. And the ability to see and respond becomes so much easier because you are real time looking at what is going on your system. And that, for Lamata, we're not working by ourselves. We're working with the whole of Lagos State, the Ministry of Science and Technology. They're the ones championing the Smart City project of Lagos. And the ability for us to work not just with ourselves and also, security agencies like LASMA, the traffic management system, Lagos State Neighborhood Watch, and the police makes it obvious that when something happens, there is a way to bring quick response to it. And people actually feel safe with that. The ability to also know that when you're on a bus, if you're feeling some kind of way, you can call a number, text, or whatever. So communication is good.
Wonderful, wonderful, fantastic. I think you deserve a round of applause, Mrs. Engineer Abimbola Akinajo. Of course, we wish you all the best and success in your initiatives. Mrs. Engineer Abimbola Akinajo, Managing Director of Lamata, joining us from Lagos. We'd like to thank you very much for your time.
All right, so that's much you can take on Good Morning Nigeria this Tuesday. Many thanks for being a part of it. To me and Ray John. Leave it locked on the NTA.
I'm Claire Adelabu Abdulrazak. Bye-bye for now.